What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys having a blessed day. I know I am, even though I gotta go back to work. Damn it. Had a little, was it a vacation? I don't know what to call it. Little getaway, whatever it was. But going back to work. But before I go back to work, I want to talk about these playoffs, man. Look, these playoffs are getting exciting. All right, this is going to be a very intriguing game three. I remember once there was a stat saying the winner of game three wins a certain percentage of series. I can't remember, but I know if you think about it, this is going to be a very big game because it can shift the whole dynamics of this whole playoffs. Okay, if you know, if Phoenix is able to go and get one of these games, get this game, not one of these games because there's only one left, for now. If they can get a split, right, and go back to Phoenix with a possible closeout game, that would be dramatic, okay? That would put so much pressure on the Bucks, all right? And then if the Bucks was able to tie it, once again, that's another dynamic. Now, Phoenix has no advantage. They're kind of like, I'm not gonna say must win, but it's as close to a must win game five as you can possibly make it. Because if it's tied up and you go back home and you lose on your home court and they're going back home with a possible closeout after beating you, 3 games in a row, oh man, that would be something, right? So this is a very important game. Very important. And another thing I think is for Phoenix to really get this thing over as quickly as possible because the more healthy Giannis becomes, the more dangerous he can become, Now, I stated earlier, and I will stand by this, I think Phoenix is the most rounded, better team. But let's be honest, man, Giannis is the most dynamic, and Middleton has shown that he can take over a game, right? Now, one comment I got from my good friend, like a brother to me, Chief Rocker. Chief Rocker has taken a little hiatus on his podcast and individual podcasts. He used to come on Mondays and Thursdays. He's coming on Wednesdays with another brother of mine, Jungle Brother, right? They're doing a New York takeover show. I don't know what they call it. I don't know. But seriously, they talk some good sports, all right? It's on Wednesdays, and it's a podcast, so you can catch it anytime, all right? Just look up on Jungle Brother, all right? And Chief Rocker, they come on Wednesdays, all right? I think their normal time is around 10 Eastern, somewhere around that time. But again, it's a podcast. Go check out Jungle Brother on Spreaker.com and catch some of the shows. I mean, you'll be entertained. It's New York based, but I mean, it's an inside joke. It's all good. But anyway, he brought up Holiday, that I forgot to mention Holiday. And I didn't forget Holiday. I think Holiday can make a difference as far as defensively on Chris Paul, right? But he can make a difference on Chris Paul, all right? But he's not going to take over a game offensively, okay? He's not a Middleton. He's not a Giannis when it comes to taking over a game. Is he a huge contributor? Can he be a huge factor? Yes, right? But Holiday is not going to be the key to winning this series unless you're talking about him doing something dramatic on the defensive side of the ball. Because he's not that type of a player on the offensive side. He's great. I'm not trying to disparage his offensive prowess, right? I'm not trying to do that. But what I am saying is that he's not Middleton. He's not Giannis, okay? He can definitely contribute, and he makes a big factor, right? He can run the team and get him in the proper sets, things of this nature, right? But he's not going to take over. If Giannis gets hurt, he's going to take over for Giannis's point production? Come on. This is the points I'm making, right? That's the point I made about Giannis is basically Giannis and Middleton offensively that's going to take over and win the series for him. And that's my whole point, okay? I'm not saying Holiday isn't a key factor. He is, but not to that level. Okay. So anyway, what I was getting at though is that as long as this series goes, right, it's a more of an opportunity for Giannis to get healthier, and the better he is health wise, the more dangerous he can become, because he's someone that can take over a series, and as well as I feel Phoenix can play as a team, that dude can take over a series, and only need 3 wins. You know what I'm saying? This is what this game is so important. If Phoenix does not make a stand right here, they can be in trouble. Regardless, we getting what we should be getting, or what we should desire, a great series, and that's what I desire, because I have no desire for any one of these teams to actually win. I don't care about my prediction. I ain't pulling for no particular team. All I care about is a winning, competitive series. That's all I care about. And that's what you should care about. If you're a basketball fan, that's what you should care about. Okay? And I think that's what's evolving. All right. So look, man, tonight, big game 3. Hope you guys are tuning in. And, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What is up with USA basketball? Man, look, we already knew for a while now, right? The world has caught up, okay? What used to be a joke, right? You go out there, you play against USA basketball, and all you worried about is getting the signature. These countries are not worried about nobody's signatures, right? They're worried about getting that dub, okay? And every year has progressed into more competitive, and but USA finally showed up last night, okay? And I love the fact that I like I just mentioned, I love competition. Okay, I don't like to just dominate, unless it's my Raiders, unless it's my team. My team, my personal team. Like LSU. I want LSU to dominate. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I want the Raiders to dominate. I want Astros to dominate. Okay, the Spurs, let's dominate. Okay. In some aspects, I still want to be competitive, to be honest. But I truly be honest with you, I want them to win. Will I be okay with dominating? I guess I'll be okay with it, right? But it'll get boring. Like if you was a Alabama fan, right, and you have just really dominated here lately, do you really feel good all the time? To know that you have such a huge advantage in recruiting and all these other aspects? You know what I'm saying? I just wonder. I just wonder that sometimes. Anyway, I think I'll be okay with dominating for, a short period. Where the camera at? A short period of time, right? But I really like competition. You know what I'm saying? I really I want to give somebody some, look, do you want to dominate somebody, or do you want to give them hope, right? Give them a little sliver of hope, and then just snatch it all away from them. Wouldn't that be better? That's what I'm talking about, competition. Evil Kev has come out. The evil RaiderKev has come out. But anyway, so USA basketball, okay, the world has caught up. Let's just be real. I don't think it's actually. I think it's a combination of a lot of things we're seeing in these exhibition games, right? They haven't worked together, right? They're individual stars who trying to find their role. Okay, I love that Popovich is the coach, because I think he demands that respect, and guys just they know that he's gonna protect them. Look at that, like that news conference. I love that. I don't think he got out of line. I think he just was putting that reporter in check. The reporter wouldn't let him answer. He just wanted to run over Pop. And you ain't gonna run over Pop. I don't care who you are, right? You ain't gonna run over Pop. Pop gonna get his voice. He's gonna get his saying. He'll get his his statement, made. That's one of the reasons why I love him. So the players respect him as a coach, and I think he understands what is needed to get to where they need to be, right? We have plenty of talent. I think we should have gotten a little bit more, a little better force down low. Maybe players wasn't available, because players don't have to participate, But I think we should have had a little bit better presence in that post position. A really legitimate big man. And we know that that's a lost art in today's game. And the few guys that are there probably didn't want to participate because of injuries or whatever. So that's my only regret. I think we're quick, right? But I think we're going to rely on that outside shot. We got shooters. We got tons and tons of shooters, and that's great, but you got to have, I think, that low post presence, and we don't really have that legitimately. And that might be our downfall. If there's a downfall, that might be it. But my prediction is that this team is going to come together, and by the time you get down to the latter part of the the real tournament, I ain't worried about these these exhibition games. But when it comes down to the real tournament and you get down to those last crucial games, I think by that time this team is going to really be rolling, and they're gonna. I think they're gonna win. I'm not gonna say easily because, like I said, the world has caught up, but I don't think it's something that we really got to worry about. But it's something I think is gonna garner your attention. And I don't think that's like something that they have designed. It's not like they are just trying to create drama by not playing well. No, these teams are really catching up. These teams play together more often. They have more consistency because they know each other, and we don't. As a team, Team USA just does not, right? And that's something that is showing up on the floor, right? And it's showing up early. But I think as things occur, as time passes, they're going to, become more of a team and understand. And they understand each other because they play against each other. So they understand what is needed, but what spot is actually, really their sweet spot. Do they want that ball at this point in the clock or that point in the clock? Do they want that defender on them? Is that really recognized as a weakness in these teams, in some other teams? It's just the small little things. The basics of a player, but you don't know the little finer points of your players and the weaknesses of other teams. So just that little fine tuning of things just takes a little time. And they're going to get there. They're going to get there. It's one thing to be the chaser, right? When you're chasing someone, right? It's a lot easier. But when you're the big boy on the block and everybody's coming at you, it's a little harder. And your game got to be on point. And their game is not on point right now. So it's it's good conversation, things that hasn't happened before, but they get it together. They get it together. Another subject I want to just touch on just a little bit. These Olympics in general, man. I am kind of on the fence. Their health concern is really troubling to me. I'm not sure if RaiderKev really feels these Olympics should be going on. To be totally honest with you. With the strain of virus that is supposed to be on the uprise in Tokyo, I'm really concerned about their health. I really am. I'm really concerned about their health. I know it's driven by money, but I worry about the athletes' health. That's what I worry about, you know. And I ain't really on board with all these rules that the IOC. I guess that's. I don't even care about the Olympic Committee, to be honest with you. Because they're so biased when it comes to money, and you know, they don't. They're not looking out for, I think, the better interests of the athletes. I think they're looking at the better interests of their sponsorships, their sponsors. That's what drives their rules. That's what drives everything, all their decisions, the sites, everything is driven by money, not by what's best for the athletes, not what's best for the viewers. The Olympics used to be one of the most intriguing and anticipated things that me as a sports fan look forward to. Now, I may watch, and then again, I may not. I'll be totally honest with you. I'll be totally honest with you. And now with these health concerns, it's even putting it even further in the back of my mind of not really caring. Not really caring. And if you knew who I was when I was a kid, when I was in my 20s, right? RaiderKev is in his 50s now, in case you didn't know. So 30 years ago, if you had knew me then, you were like, man, ain't no way this dude is not on board with these Olympics. You know, that would be a huge statement. Today, I'm not saying I don't want it, because again, I'm gonna tell you right now, everything that I view as far as desire for the Olympics is the opportunities for the athletes. That's all I care about. That's really all I care about. The opportunities, and I know how much work they put in for these, you know, events, you know. And then like some people, like in basketball, they can always go back and play pros. Track and field, there's a segment that they have that they can make their money. The World Games, World Championships, and they get their own sponsorship, so they couldn't make their money. Some of the other events, I can't think right offhand. They got the golf, you know, of course they got their pro league. Even volleyball, you know, they have their pros. But, you know, the guys that are, the athletes that are doing archery, you know, that are doing the shooting competitions, that are doing the rowing, you know, they might individually be successful, but as far as a professional lane for them, this is their spotlight to show their true expertise, their true talents athletically. This is their stage, and that is the only thing I am really concerned about when it comes to Olympics, right? Because I don't think the Olympic Committee cares about me as a spectator. They don't care about the athletes. You know, for the most part, they don't, you know. And I think they only care about themselves and their sponsors. And when I say their sponsors, they're really caring about themselves because that's their money, okay? So the Olympics have really, I'm not gonna say I don't care, because I do care, but my care is only because of the athletes. That's it. That's it. So, I don't know. I'm not fully on board. I'm really not. There's no other way to say it. I'm not really fully on board. But anyway, I'm wrap this up on that. So these playoffs, these NBA playoffs, I think are extremely exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And in the back of my mind, I'm really kind of pulling for the Bucks to win this game, because that's going to really make this thing so intriguing. Like I said, I always tell you guys, I make my picks so you know where I stand. But man, I really don't care whether I'm right or wrong. I want competition, man. I want competition. And with the Bucks win, oh, that would make this thing so exciting. So anyway, we're going to leave it at that. Guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button for me. It drives the algorithm on YouTube, gets more eyeballs on the channel. Hit the subscribe. button, hit that notification bell, because you never know when I'm gonna drop something, okay? And leave some comments, man. All the comments, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. Just leave them, man. Let's talk. This is about discussion. Go back to my welcoming video. I explained that to you, man. I want conversation. Okay, so let's do that, man. And guys, love each other. Take care of each other. And guys, be blessed. RaiderKev is out. Peace.